Welcome back to Terror in Mexican Culture and History. In today's episode, we're delving into one of the most fascinating and controversial figures in Mexican culture, Santa Muerte, the Holy Death. Often depicted as a skeletal figure draped in a colorful robe, wielding a scythe, Santa Muerte is a symbol of death and the afterlife. While she is venerated by millions of people in Mexico and beyond, her cult remains deeply controversial, with critics calling her a dark and dangerous figure. Santa Muerte is unique. Unlike the traditional saints venerated in Catholicism, she has no official recognition from the Church. Yet, her influence continues to grow, and her followers have expanded beyond Mexico's borders. From the impoverished to the powerful, her devotees turn to Santa Muerte for protection, love, and even revenge. But who is Santa Muerte, and why has she become such a polarizing figure in Mexican culture and history? Today, we'll explore her origins, the rituals associated with her, and the intense controversy surrounding her worship. The origins of Santa Muerte. Santa Muerte's origins are shrouded in mystery, but her roots can be traced back to a combination of pre-Hispanic beliefs and Catholic traditions. The worship of death has long been a part of Mexican and Mesoamerican cultures. The Aztecs, for instance, had a goddess named Mictlantecuhtli, the Lady of the Dead, who ruled over the underworld and was responsible for guiding souls to their afterlife. This reverence for death and the afterlife was later blended with Catholic teachings during the Spanish conquest in the 16th century. The creation of Santa Muerte, as we know her today, is believed to have occurred somewhere between the 18th and 19th centuries. Initially, the figure was an amalgamation of various deities and spirits, with some scholars suggesting that the image of a female skeletal figure holding a scythe became popular as a representation of death, both as a neutral force and as a guardian of those in need. Unlike the fearsome images of death associated with traditional religious iconography, Santa Muerte was depicted as a more approachable and maternal figure, one that people could seek help from in times of desperation. Santa Muerte began to be revered primarily by marginalized groups in Mexico, including the poor, the sick, and those involved in criminal activities. Over time, she became known as a protector of these disenfranchised individuals, and people began to offer prayers and offerings to her in exchange for favors, protection, and guidance. The cult of Santa Muerte. Who follows her? The devotees of Santa Muerte come from all walks of life, though her followers are often those who feel abandoned or neglected by society, the state, or the church. For many, Santa Muerte offers a sense of agency in a world where they feel powerless. She is venerated by people seeking help with issues such as health, financial struggles, family problems, or even criminal activity. One of the reasons Santa Muerte is so beloved by many is because of her impartial nature. Unlike many Catholic saints, who are often associated with specific virtues or categories, such as Saint Jude, the patron saint of hopeless causes, Santa Muerte does not judge her followers. She is seen as a protector who does not discriminate based on one's actions or lifestyle. This quality has drawn a following among people in the drug trade, organized crime, and those living in poverty who may not feel they have anywhere else to turn. The rituals associated with Santa Muerte are diverse and often involve offerings such as candles, flowers, alcohol, food, and even cigarettes. Her devotees may pray to her for specific needs, and it's common for altars dedicated to Santa Muerte to be adorned with statues of the figure, dressed in various colors, representing different aspects of her power. For example, red is associated with love and romance, white is for health, and black is often used for protection or for seeking vengeance. These altars are not just in homes, but also in public places, such as shrines, street corners, and even bars. In some neighborhoods, Santa Muerte's followers set up roadside shrines, where they light candles, offer prayers, and leave trinkets in her honor. These shrines have become a fixture of urban life, particularly in Mexico City and other major cities in Mexico. The controversy and criticism surrounding Santa Muerte. Despite her widespread following, Santa Muerte is a deeply controversial figure. One of the most significant points of contention is the fact that her worship is not sanctioned by the Catholic Church. In fact, the Vatican has consistently condemned the veneration of Santa Muerte, viewing it as a form of heresy and a distortion of traditional Catholic beliefs. The Church has expressed concerns that Santa Muerte encourages people to focus too heavily on death, which contradicts the Catholic teachings about life, resurrection, and salvation. Moreover, Santa Muerte's association with the criminal underworld has sparked even more controversy. Some see her as a symbol of death and violence, particularly because of the way some of her followers use her to pray for success in illegal activities. The cult of Santa Muerte has been linked to various criminal groups, including drug cartels, who allegedly use her to gain protection and power. This connection with the criminal world has led to her being vilified by many, with critics accusing her of perpetuating lawlessness and chaos. In Mexico, Santa Muerte is often seen as a dangerous figure because of her association with death, violence, and the occult. Some believe that her worship promotes evil and creates a negative energy that can bring about misfortune or disaster. Additionally, the fact that her figure is so closely tied to the idea of death and the afterlife has caused discomfort for many, as they associate her with the idea of bad omens and curses. While the Church and state have condemned Santa Muerte, her popularity continues to grow. Many followers argue that Santa Muerte is not an evil figure, but rather a symbol of hope for those who feel abandoned by society. For them, she represents an opportunity to connect with death in a positive and empowering way, and to seek protection in a world that is often cruel and unforgiving. The rituals of Santa Muerte. Offerings and prayers. Rituals dedicated to Santa Muerte vary widely depending on the follower's needs and intentions. One of the most common practices is the creation of a small altar dedicated to her. These altars may feature a statue of Santa Muerte, which can be found in different forms, dressed in various colors, holding different objects, and sometimes with her scythe in hand. It is said that each color has its own significance, with red representing love, gold for prosperity, and black for protection or revenge. Followers often pray to Santa Muerte with specific requests. These can range from a desire for success in business, a longing for a loved one to return, or the need for protection from danger. Santa Muerte is sometimes invoked for help in matters of life and death, and there are reports of people praying to her to save a loved one from illness or to bring justice to wrongdoers. The offerings given to Santa Muerte are just as varied. Common items left at her altar include candles, incense, flowers, and food. Some followers also offer liquor or tobacco, which are believed to please her spirit. As with many religious practices, these offerings are meant to show respect and gratitude in exchange for the favors requested. Santa Muerte in popular culture. In addition to her religious significance, Santa Muerte has also made her way into popular culture, both in Mexico and abroad. That's it for today's exploration into the controversial figure of Santa Muerte. What are your thoughts on her? Do you see her as a symbol of empowerment or something darker? Share your opinions and any experiences you may have in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If you found this episode interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to stay updated on more terrifying tales from Mexican history. Thanks for watching, and remember, some forces of death are not as far away as we might think. Stay safe and keep the terror alive.